Q&A time. What's your single best advice for those that feel stuck and want to change? Single best advice for those who feel stuck and want to change is twofold. I can't just pick one. First is your big why. And when you know your big why, the how will appear. When, most of us at this point have heard the story of, if somebody offered you $500,000 to cross a plank that was between two buildings, the top of two buildings, and it was 20 stories high, would you do it? No. However, if your child was on the other side and that building was burning and you had to get to them, you would find a way. So when you have your big why, how will appear. However, since we don't have that child on the other side in a burning building scenario in most of our everyday lives of, are we going to eat healthy, make this better choice to exercise, things like that, then my second big piece of advice is accountability, that social support that we've talked about. Having at least someone, if not multiple someones in place that can encourage you, that can check in on you, that you commit to. I've got clients who they have an accountability buddy where every day, every week, they send to them, here's what I've done. Here's where I am in my progress so far. And they hold each other accountable. That's something that we can do in a group for ViREO Life if you want to, is have that accountability. And then single best advice for getting unstuck and making change is just hone in on that. I'm going to chase that big why for a second, because it's not just having that big why. It's keeping it in front of you, because we forget, because it may be a big why, but it's so easy for life to just intervene and I'm going to give you this is a personal example. I will have things that I notice in my journal when I go back through and read my journal each year. I noticed that the previous year, there might be a 2-week period where I'm just all on whatever this thing is, and I have a big why for changing something. And then a crisis happens, or vacation happens, or the in-laws come to visit, or something that takes up a lot of mental space, and I get off track, thinking, of course, I'm going to get right back on track. And it's 3 months later, or actually sometimes not until I reread that journal, that I go, oh my, I'd forgotten I was working through this issue. So keep that big why in front of you is going to be important. And combine these two ideas. Have those accountability partners ask how your big why is going and if it's still as powerful for you. Thank you so much. Let me know other questions that you have.